What's up? Welcome back to the shop. Fresh back from Tennessee. Here with Black Betty. First off, I just want to thank all the people that came by the pits that we ran into all over the track. Wow, man, I felt like I met 500 people over the weekend. It was really awesome to put some names with some faces, get to chit chat, laugh, have fun, party. It was amazing. So, I really like the fact that the track was a challenge. That makes it fair for everybody. Y'all got to figure it out. I really like that. A lot of people were complaining, and I understand because the carnage was real. If you made it down Friday, you know, you guys all saw on the live feed what cars were doing, getting stuck in the guardrails, pried out with bars. Yeah, it was crazy. So with Black Betty here, she tested and was struggling just like the rest of us. First round, she drew another woman. I don't remember her name, and Sherry stuck. So when she stuck, she held the throttle and burned up an R1. The other lady crossed, so Sherry got to go on. So I want to shout out to Drag Pro RC and my boys, my friends. You know, JJ, Danny, Annabelle, Mike, and BB Fast. They all stepped in and pitched in their own way. It popped the cat pack, so BB Fast tried to solder that on, but it didn't fix it. So JJ gave us one of his spares and basically put 90% of it in for me. He had to turn around his car. My wife was helping him get his car ready. I basically only had to put these 3 wires in right here on the motor. Shout out JJ. And we got her back up for the second round. And I don't remember who she drew. She drew some fella. And we pretty much picked the best spot on the track we could find. I put a little bit of tune in it that I thought would go maybe like a 180 just to get her down and, you know, a racer's chance. And it just spun, unfortunately. Her competitor spun and crossed the line, but she spun sooner and crossed sooner. So therefore, the rule was first is worst. So obviously she was eliminated. But she had a great time. I mean, she was running around the track socializing like crazy. It's good to see her happy like that at the track. And can't wait to go to the next one. I think the next one we're looking for might be in Alabama, but that's a couple months away. So let me get back with Jekyll. All right, back here with Jekyll. What a challenge that track was. Sorry for my voice. I was screaming and partying for 2.5 days straight. So the first day, I left the car the way I've been running it down here in Florida. And I couldn't make a lick past half track. And if you did, it was like ice out there. I mean, I don't want to be repetitive. It was all over the live feed. So, as you know, they tried prepping and all that stuff. So at the end of the night, this guy Luke that I met through the channel and stuff and hanging out came up to me. We've been talking all day. He's like, Dave, get down. So we weren't going to make any passes. Like 11:30 at night, the live feed was over and everything. So I got up, grabbed the car. He got me all juiced up. Sure as shit, it went straight down there. And when I let go, I mean, people were going all the way to the 8th mile, if you could see on the video, just not to hit the guardrail of the wall. And it got stuffed under the fence and trashed my body, but this track's a keep. Stood up real well. Ran into the guys at Royalty with Dino and them. Want to give them a quick shout out for the hat. I appreciate it, man. Pretty cool of you guys to give me a hat. I'm not a sponsor, nothing. It's cool, just a hat. But I guess I had a little appreciation for the Traxxas Royalty setup there. So for me, what I had to do to get the car to finally work was about the middle of the day. Well, let me back up. After Friday night, I went home and I changed the pinion, from a 27 to this 29 over here. See if it comes into focus. Come on, baby. There you go. That 29. And what that does for my car is it calms it down out of the gate and gives me more mile an hour. So that helped to leave. I slid my battery back all the way. And as the track got better, I slid up as far as I could And then when it got even better, I just put an ounce on the front. Each one of these is a quarter. So then I got my balance right. As the traction goes up, the weight's got to move to the forward. So I just went back to what I've been doing the last 2 years at Immokalee. Boom, the car goes right down. With my tune-up, it was probably like a 183, 82. The clock showed a 165. And I had to laugh because prior to that in line, I'm watching cars go 130s and 140s, and I'm like, oh my God, look at that, a 130. And the woman in front of me says, those ain't real. And I said, of course they're not real. The beams are from the track. They're 3 inches tall. That means your whole car is the rollout. If you don't understand what I mean, I can show you real quick without the body. You just take a 3-inch high beam and put it down your car. Where do you think that nose? There's 3 inches right there, 1, 2, 3. And you run that down your car, you're moving, but the track hasn't started yet until something back here trips the beam. So now the rollout is the whole length of your car. So those are those crazy numbers come from that everyone gets afraid of, and people think that that's the reason why new people are afraid to enter, but it's not. We all know what's going on. So ended up going to 162, don't get no tickets, and then the clock got hit by a car. Totally understandable. There's a guardrail just high enough for cars to go under. Go figure. A little boards here and there would have been really well planned and really cheap, and none of that was taken into consideration. But hey, it's the same for everybody. So it's everyone. I see people up there look like they were going to pass out, taking deep breaths like they'd never get their car back. I was waiting to see people doing the cross, praying. But it is what it is. That's what I liked about it. We all had the same challenge. So after that, my first draw was a guy named, what the hell was his name? I think it's the Get Stuck guy. Jeff, I think. And he treated the shit out of me. I ran a 162 on that one. He ran a 180. Somehow I lost. I have no tickets to describe or tell you how that happened. No problem. Want to thank you out to Donovan Crum on the channel who gave me that second entry. Much appreciated, my friend, because I needed it. The second round, I drew a fellow named Rust. Don't remember his first name. I believe he got stuck. I went out, left, no problem. I have no problem getting stuck, and I believe it's due because I run air. When I saw people getting stuck, I just raised my tire pressure, decreased the contact patch, and you get right on down. So he got stuck. I saw he got stuck because you can't really see your opponent until after the guardrail, which is about 40 feet. So when I seen there was nobody there and I heard the bang, I just rolled out of the throttle because I'm racing. I'm not trying to set the world on fire. So then third round comes around. I got one of them team member guys from, I think, GFRP, a guy named Tom. And I thought I treated him pretty good, but I lost to him. I believe he went a 57 to my 73, which now we're on the track mate system because somebody hit the tower, the tree, and it took it out because the wires were underground, as you all heard on live feed. So you all know about that. So, like I said, I had a great time. It was an awesome concept. There could have been more things that should have been executed that would have made it much better. And with the people involved, you would think those things would already be thought of. It was nothing like brainstorming or anything like that. So the only problem I had was with my friend Annabelle and Foster not willing to look at video, just make a call of some other racer that set his track up at the tree because of that incident, which I thank him very much. He's put in a position. He has to race now and also call a race that's worth thousands and thousands of dollars that he wasn't even prepared for. So I'll be right back with that. All right, here is my friend Annabelle, teammate, drag pro. And this is deep into rounds. This is a new guy that's been into it for about 8-9 months, what they so-called want to get into the sport. And Foster would not look at this video. He went straight to the guy that was a fellow racer and said, this is a double red, and that my friend goes home. Wouldn't show us a ticket, wouldn't show us the screen from the TrackMate system and just said that's it, to the point where they brought them up in the tower and told them the same thing. Foster wouldn't look at the video. I'm going to show it to you at full speed, and then we'll dissect it. And then if somebody knows Foster, maybe they can ask him to come look at it now with the rest of us. So here he is. He's going to be patting down the front because they had a huge problem with this TrackMate system in the left lane. They had switched these blocks here, these yellow blocks, from left to right, shimmed them with cardboard. Watch the videos on the live feed. You guys just saw how a lot of people had problems staging with that. Another guy I know, my friend BB, he had to change his body because they was having the same issues, and is also his friend, because they had to do reruns and wasting time. I don't know if that's what factored into Foster's a matter of fact, this is cut and dry, judge, jury, and executioner, but the racers always come first. Now this fella is disenchanted. Let's see why. First, at real speed. I can see why it could be an honest mistake, but he should have looked at the video. He's staging his car. He's got to push it down to keep the stage lights lit. So now he's ready. The tree drops straight to red. He crosses, and then we get a second red. Okay, so now let's dissect this. Okay, he's staged, right? That means the race master has already said, driver's ready, driver's ready. They've agreed. That means whatever it says on his screen says he can drop the tree. So let's go. Sliding it. There it is. See the red coming on? You see no green. There's your green bulb. And as it takes on the red, it turns off his stage bulbs. This is complete fuckery. As you see, the car never moves. There he goes, right? Now, his stage lights come on because he's crossing the beam like it should. He's re-entered the beam. Why did it go straight to red? So slowly I can do that. His stage lights come back on. As soon as the tree drops, remember it's instant green. You should see green because he didn't move. Goes straight, look at that. You can see it for yourself. Straight to red. All right? He's going to leave because that's the first thing he sees. Correct? See how long he sat there while that thing was red? No green. Now his other competitor, I can't see because of the guardrail, is going to get a second red light. That is what caused the decision for the double red. Now, all I said was, I know I'm not the driver, but I've been racing for 30 years. Foster, how did you make that decision? He said, it's final and that's it. I said, but we have video. Would you look at it? He said, no. He wanted nothing to do with it. So, if you look at the video now, you can see that that tree screwed my friend. And now he's like, who the hell wants to go to these races if these people are going to be like that? That is the real reason. Those crazy ass rollouts, the way you get treated at a state or whatever you want to call it. Foster, you're more than welcome to come on here, but you went and took him to the tower, wasted 15 minutes of the people's time instead of just looking at this video right there at the starting line. If you look at the live feed, everybody, we're all there going, look at this, look at this. He would not look at the video. It's very evident what happened. Tree malfunction of some sort. You guys think for yourself. Other than this, other than to end on that note, the last thing I said then was, we didn't drive 2 hours to get fucked. And I'm sorry I said that, but that's drag racing in the heat of the moment, and he got fucked. Losing is losing, but that is getting fucked. If he would have looked at this video, he would have had a rerun, and he might have won. Who knows? He was having a great day. The greatest day of his RC drag racing. So, other than that, it was an awesome event. No hard feelings, Foster. As you know, me and you talked throughout the day. Had a great time, smiles. I just wish you would have took a second just to look at the video. And you said the tree doesn't lie. That's what you told him in the tower when you called him and the opponent up there. And as you can see, your video doesn't show the tree, the live feed, and that's what you use for your evidence. Therefore, you can't make a clear-cut call on your video you presented. If you only would have looked at the video, Foster, man, it would have been awesome. Everybody have a great week, and we'll see you at the next race.